As usual, the command also has its place in the console of the new SL. However, how to remove this in the case of a repair requires a few tricks. First, the cover on both sides is removed. Then 3 screws on each side must be unscrewed to be able to take off the wooden cover in the middle of the console. Now the screens of the cup holder must be removed, since only then is there enough room to later take out the floor shift cover. The screens are only clipped and are easily levered upwards. You can then insert both cup holders again. Afterwards, raise the sleeve of the gear lever with a plastic wedge. Pull the sleeve up all the way. Open the lid of the center armrest and then lever the cover upwards. Move this over the gear lever, since this way it's easier to reach the electrical connections on the underside. Now remove all 7 connections. Just to let you know, the command in the SL is attached with 4 screws, and the 2 upper screws are difficult to access. But don't worry, if you know the tricks, it's not too bad. After the last connection was separated, you can now put aside the cover. Once more the plastic wedge is used. With this, unclip the clock or the cover of the center loudspeaker. Also here, separate all connections. Put aside this cover too. Now 2 screws become accessible, which you remove. But attention, these are not yet the screws of the command, but those of the air vents. Take care, since the vent is not only clipped but also screwed on top. Remember this in order to avoid damage. Of course, the 3 connections are also to be separated here. And finally, you can reach the 2 upper screws of the command. Remove these. Command, remove the 2 lower screws which also fix the cup holder. Now you can pull that out quite easily. And not only that, now the command can be slid out from the shaft and disconnected. Now to sum up, the connection points once again. The upper 2 and the lower 2. And the reinstallation, as usual, in the reverse order. When you know how, the removal of the command is no magic trick.